Modern AI is not only incredibly powerful, it is also very accessible. In fact, it has now reached a point where everyone can easily access it even on their mobile phones. But it wasn't always this way. Just like a Bollywood movie, the AI story is full of dreams, failures, comebacks, and eventually great success. 500 years ago, in 1495, Leonardo da Vinci, the famous artist who also drew the Mona Lisa, drew plans for a mechanical man. Even centuries ago, humans were dreaming of creating artificial life. 200 years ago, in 1818, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, a story about creating artificial life. People have always been fascinated by this idea. 1950, Alan Turing asked a simple question: can machines think? He created a test called the Turing test that we still use today, which differentiates AI from non-AI. It was in 1956 that scientists at Dartmouth College officially first invented the term artificial intelligence. They were very excited and predicted that AI would solve all the world's problems within 10 years. 1965, Gordon Moore predicted that computers would become twice as powerful every 2 years, what is now called Moore's Law. The 70s and 80s were what was called the AI winter. Scientists had promised too much, AI couldn't deliver, and people stopped believing in AI, funding dried up, progress slowed. 1990s, slowly AI started working on small problems. Computers began recognizing handwritten letters, for instance. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue computer beat the world chess champion Garry Kasparov. People realized AI could be smarter than humans at specific tasks. 2011, IBM's Watson won a quiz show called Jeopardy! It could now understand questions and answer them correctly, much like humans did. 2017, Google DeepMind's AlphaGo beat the world champion at Go, a game more complex than chess. And it's then that the explosion happened. From 2017, everything changed. AI development went from slow progress to lightning speed. 2017-2018, scientists invented new methods called transformers, the technology behind today's ChatGPT. 2019-2020, AI started writing human-like text and creating beautiful images. 2021, AI became even better at understanding and creating content. 2022 was the breakthrough blockbuster year. OpenAI released ChatGPT on November 30th that year. Within 5 days, 1 million or 10 lakh people were using it. Within 2 months, 100 million people. 2023, every big tech company launched their AI assistant. Google made Bard, Microsoft integrated AI into Word and Excel, Meta released powerful AI models. 2024, AI became mainstream. Millions of people now use AI for work, study, and creativity. 2025, now, we are seeing AI everywhere, helping farmers, doctors, teachers, students, business owners, everyone. In just 8 years, AI went from research laboratories to your smartphone. That's faster than any technology in human history. This timeline shows you why now is the perfect time to learn AI. It's not too late to learn how AI works and how we can use this wonderful technology to enhance our lives. In fact, the revolution is just beginning. Let me start with a story. Now, for people amongst you who have done some programming or some coding, if I was to show you a computer and if you type, the computer says animal. If I asks you legs, you say 4. It says whether it has hair or not, yes or no, you say yes. Color, brown. Barks, yes or no, you say yes. What do you think the computer is going to tell you? What is this that I have just described? The computer will tell you it's a dog. Now, AI, what we call predictive AI, works a little differently. You don't need to show it all these fields. You just show it this picture and the computer tells you it's a dog. So it's predicting that this is a dog. Generative AI, on the other hand, is very different. You show it this picture to a generative AI bot like ChatGPT, etc. What will it do? It will actually create the picture or generate the picture of another dog. This is how programming is different from predictive AI, is different from generative AI. So let us now unpack this. AI's journey can be divided into 3 eras. And each era had a completely different approach for making machines intelligent. First, we have the rule-based systems that ran between the 1950s to early 2000s. Think of this like teaching a child to cook by giving them a recipe book with 10,000 recipes covering every possible situation. So much like that, scientists tried to write rules for everything. If this happens, do that. If that happens, do this. Now you can see this in early computers, which were created specifically to beat humans at chess, like the one that beat Garry Kasparov. Humans programmed thousands of rules. If the opponent moves queen here, move knight there. This worked for simple, predictable, narrow situations. But real life is messy and complex. You can't write rules for every single possible situation for everything. Imagine trying to teach a computer to recognize dogs by writing rules. You'll have to write dogs have 4 legs, fur, tails, they bark, they come in different sizes. But what about a 3-legged dog, or a hairless dog, or a dog that's sleeping and not barking? Impossible. You'd need millions of rules and still wouldn't cover everything. Then we go to the next era, where rule-based systems were replaced by pattern learning ones. This happened from the 2000s to the 2010s. This is like teaching a child to recognize faces by showing them thousands of photos, millions of photos, not by describing what a face looks like. Your phone's face unlock, for example, works like this. No one programmed it with rules about your face. Instead, it learned the rules by studying your face from many different angles. This approach powers most AI around us today. For example, how Instagram recommends the best reel to watch, or your phone gallery's face recognition system, and even language translation apps. Take the previous example or the story I told you of AI learning about what a dog is. How would a pattern learning AI do it? By looking at millions of photos labeled dog and not dog. The computer learns by itself what makes a dog by noticing patterns across millions of photos. And finally, the third era, the current era of generative AI. Now, AI doesn't just recognize patterns, it creates new things using these patterns. It's like a student who learns so much about poetry that they can now write original poems. Or a computer that doesn't just recognize dogs, but creates new realistic pictures of dogs that maybe we have never seen before. Each era built on the previous one. Today's generative AI combines all 3 approaches to create incredibly powerful and useful systems. Now, you might be wondering, if humans have been working on AI since 1956, then why did it suddenly become powerful only in the last few years? What happened? Well, it's a combination of 3 factors. The first is the availability of huge amounts of data. AI needs to see millions of examples to learn properly. It needs to have studied millions of dogs to know what a dog is. Before smartphones and the internet, all this data didn't exist. Now think about your own life. Every photo you take of a dog or otherwise, every message you send, every payment you make creates data. India alone generates billions of data points every single day. This data is like the textbooks for AI. The more the textbooks, the smarter AI becomes. The second is just how powerful computers are now. Training AI requires enormous computing power. For decades, this was too expensive and sometimes too slow. The breakthrough came from something you'll be delighted to know: video games. The powerful chips made for gaming turned out to be perfect for AI training. As these chips became cheaper and more powerful, we finally had the tools to train massive AI systems. So if a human being can read 10,000 textbooks over a lifetime, if she does nothing else but read, a powerful AI can read 25 million or 2.5 crores of them. And finally, number 3, we have better learning algorithms. We will talk about algorithms later, but having data and computers wasn't enough. We needed better ways to teach AI. In 2017, as I said earlier, scientists invented transformers, a new method or a new kind of algorithm for AI to understand language. This is the breakthrough that made ChatGPT possible. This is why AI exploded in the last few years. All the 3 things happening at once and all the pieces of the puzzle coming together at the same time. Okay, now that you understand what AI is and how it is developed, let me show you something absolutely amazing. AI is not just helping people in Silicon Valley or Bangalore's tech companies. It's helping ordinary Indians in extraordinary ways. Students studying for exams, farmers growing crops, doctors treating patients, shopkeepers managing stores. AI is transforming lives across India. AI is not the future. It's happening right now, today, in every city, every state of our country.